Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I will discuss Dict practice in Python, meaning dictionary practice. If you get familiar with what is dictionary and what are the methods are there, how to work with that. So obviously it's time to see how actually we deal with the dictionary questions, dictionary type of questions in Python. Obviously, when you have a data in the key and value pair. So what we can do? We can use the Python dictionary to solve the various questions. Okay, so let's see what in all questions are there. So I have a list of questions. So first question is create an empty dictionary. Let's say you have to create an empty dictionary. How you will create? Obviously, you have to say like this. The dictionary we always create in the form of meaning using the curly brackets. So if you try to print this type of D, so you will get output as a okay. So let me run this. If I come here and if I hit the enter button, okay, so where is, yes, here it is. So you can see that it is of type class dict. Okay, now next question is, okay, no, not all the questions we will go, you can go by your own choice of questions. Let's say you have to create a dictionary. Okay, I will pick the another question. If you have the two list and you have to create the dictionary from two list, so let's say what I will do, I have a list of names. So here I will say A, then I will say B. Okay, these are the names of let's say employees. Okay, and D, and let's say for example E. In case if you have two lists with the same number of items, so obviously I will say salary, name is there, then we will add the salary here. Salary should be in number format. Okay, number format is doesn't matter. If I say 3000, meaning we don't need to worry about, and this is what the meaning we don't need to add the numbers in the double quotation or single quotation. This is what the meaning I was saying. Okay, so let's say we have two lists. One is for the names of employee, another one is for the salary of those employees. Now it's meaning now our task is to create the dictionary. So how we can create? Obviously, we what we can do, we can use loops to create the dictionary. But there is a way we can use, we even in case of uh, Excel, sorry, in case of dictionary also, what we have comprehension, dict comprehension. The way we have list comprehension in Python, similarly we have dict comprehension. So we will use that part also. But before that, I will show you how we can do this by using a simple plain loop. Okay, so if I say for I in name. Okay, so here what is my I is, let's say for I in a name, I is names, and if I say for nested loop we can use, but again here let's see if I use like this for I and j in, for I and j in, if I use the tuples like this salary, I'm just trying, okay, whether this is working or not working, not sure. But if I say print I comma j, yeah, let's run what it shows. Okay, so too many values to unpack. Okay, it's tuple of list, and yes, if I use the I only, let's see what it is returning, because we have to find out the workaround about this. Okay, so this is printing two different dictionaries. Okay, but these are the lists, so we can use the next way, like the index, right? So what I can do, I can say for j in, because I have to create the indexes. We have same number of items in both the lists, so I can use anything here. So if I say I of 0, and here I will use the length, so that it should give me the number of items. So if I say now print j, so it will return me the index. Okay, okay, I think I closed that. Or let me go back to these codes, and here I have to type the cmd to open the console. And now I will say py0 underscore practice.py. This is what my file name, and if I run this, int object is not iterable. Okay, int object is not iterable. If I use I, it shows this length. Okay, so there are many ways. Okay, list comprehension we can use directly, but I have to do this in the normal way, and I'm just trying to find out. Okay, let's see what is the type of I first. So if I say print type of I, so you need to understand what, okay, it is of list, but there are two lists. Okay, even here also I can I can create. Okay, so instead of using this and all, so what I will do, I will use, oh, it is fine. So I will use range function here. I will directly generate the, instead of using the list to loop, I will say len of name, length of name dictionary. And now if I print I, so this will give me the indexes. First we will go through the indexes only. And now if I clear my screen and if I run this, so we have a indexes. Okay, now we can use the both of the names list, but before that we need to create the empty dictionary, and we have seen how to create the empty dictionary. Now the way we have created a empty dictionary, now it's time to add the items. But how to add the items? Obviously we have two lists, so we can add the items. We can use add method, dictionary methods we are supposed to use. So if I say d dot update, and here you have to use the first key. Okay, so if I say key is name of I versus salary of I. Okay, so I is the index, and this will update the list. Okay, what it shows, update method is there, not closed, it is closed. Here it is closed. Okay, d dot update list str type of int I. Okay, now it may throw error. Let's see, and we will deal with that error. So it's time to run the code once again, and it says a salary. Okay, so okay, fine. So this is what the syntax we supposed to follow. Instead of colon, we are supposed to use the comma, but updated expect at most one argument to got given. Okay, we have to give. Now it's even time to see what and all the update method about the dictionary, and update dict in Python, how it works. Obviously, meaning, am I doing something wrong? Obviously not, right? Because we have to update, but what we supposed to pass? Okay, so we supposed to pass the another dictionary. Again the question remains same. So update method will update the dictionary, but we have to pass the object of key and value pair, generally tuples. Okay, so if we have to pass the tuples, okay, let me do this, right? And there is always workaround we need to find. And if I run this, it says dictionary update sequence element 0 has length 1, 2 is required. Okay, the question remains same. What is wrong? Right, because it is asking length of, meaning tuple we have passed. Okay, to list I used. Okay, there is no issues with the list and all. But every time this is not possible. Okay, even this is not throwing error, showing any syntax error. Type error, update expected at most one argument, got two. So update required. Update how to use. Okay, it is asking for the iterable. Yes, we are passing the iterables. Okay, but yes, so the way we did is correct, but here we are supposed to use, instead of tuple bracket, meaning we have to pass the another dictionary. Okay, and in this way we can create the dict for each of the item. Let's see whether this is working or not. Update expected at most two argument, got expect to at most one argument. This is what the one argument update method. I'm passing one here. Okay, and okay, fine. Again, so now you can see that we have successfully created a dictionary, but yes, it took a lots of time. Obviously, in this way we need to deal. We need to think over it, that what is wrong and what or how to do. That's why the practice questions are very much important. If you do not practice, you will not be able to understand uh, what we need to do in real time scenario. Okay, so whenever you have to create the dictionary from two list, so this is what the one way you can use. Another way is that, okay, so we can use the dict comprehension. Let's see how we can use the dict comprehension. Now I will remove this. I will keep only dict, and here I will use this. See, comprehension is nothing but only we have to use the loops. So here I will say k versus v. Okay, and for, then I will use k comma v. This is what the syntax for the list comprehension in, and here you have to pass the zip. So zip method we will use. Zip is a function in a Python that we use to combine two iterables, so that we can treat that meaning two values. Okay, let's say if I use for name and salary, right? And now this is what the list comprehension syntax, and if I say print d, so you will be able to see the output in front of you. Again, this is able to create. Okay, so I was familiar with this second, but yes, earlier whatever I did is it was try. So yes, we are able to use. So there are many ways to solve the one specific question's answer. Even we can use this kind of loop there. Okay, instead of this, meaning the way we have created. Even earlier I tried in different ways by using update method, but let's say we can use this kind of loop also there. If we can use the loop here, so it is possible to use the loop there also. So this is giving me the successful dictionary, created dictionary. But let's say I have a dictionary with blank, and if I say for k and v, right? So if I write like this, and if I print k comma v, even here also you will be able to see that this will give us the key and value pair. Okay, so now this is what we can pass. So here we can simply write d dot dict. Okay, not dict, update I should use. And then here in case of bracket, if I say k, okay, and like this. Okay, if I use this syntax also, this is going to give us the new dictionary. Okay, dictionary which is created. Okay, and you can see that it is able to return us the dictionary, right? So these are the many ways, three ways we have seen. We can use normal for loop by using the indexes. Even we can use the list dict comprehension, the way we have list comprehension. Here we are using zipped, meaning tuple, to zip the two list, and then we are using again tuple to unpack that to get the values of whatever the zip we have created. Okay, so zip is a method when it's a function in Python. There you can pass the two iterables, meaning two kind of list, two tuples, whatever the kind of values you have to pass, you can pass. And then what it will do, it will yield a tuple until an input file exists, meaning it will return the tuple. Okay, and if you have a tuple of two key value pairs like this, okay, so this is nothing but I will write here. So zip, what zip will create, so this is what it is going to create. Okay, so here it will say a, and then it will say 2000. So this kind of mechanism it has formed internally, and then on this we zipped, meaning we applied loop to unpack these tuples, right? So this is what we did, and then we will be able to convert our two list into the dictionaries. Okay, so random question I picked, but our actual question was different. Okay. So here question was create a dictionary with the three key value pairs, name, age, city. It is very simple, so I did not pick this, but yes, the question we picked earlier, it was a good. Then two dictionaries, dict1, dict2, with the some key value pairs, merge. So obviously how to merge, obviously we can use the update, the way we have seen, right? So there are various ways to merge the dictionary. And then you can try the questions like create a dictionary inventory with the items and their quantities, and then add 5 to the quantity of a specific item. So these kinds of logic you have to build. Okay, so what I will do, I will pick these questions, but I'm not going to add the salary. Let's say here you have a question, so we have a salary. Okay, now you have a dictionary D. And what is there in a dictionary D you have seen? So it is giving us the name of employee and the salary. Let's say after the increment you have to let's say people who is having the lesser salary, let's say below of 4,000. So two people are there. Okay, below 4,000, two people are there. They got an hike on their salary of 500. So you have to add 500 for these two values. So how you will add? So obviously you have to update the values, right? So first you need to go through the value and put the condition. Okay, so we will go through the values like using values method. So if I say for I in a d dot values, okay, this is what the method you have to use to loop through the values only. And now if I say print I, so you can see that it is able to return us in number. Now the question is that if the value is lesser than 4000, okay, if I is lesser than 4000, if I is lesser than 4000, right, what we need to do is we need to update the value of I. But where? Again, you need a keys where to update, right? So to bring the keys, what we can do, we can use the I and j, and then here I will use items. Okay, so j contains the values. You can see that if j, sorry, I should print, I should show you. I was trying to build the logic directly. Okay, so j contains the value, j hold the values. Here we are printing the value of j, and the condition is that if the value of j is lesser than 4000, they get the hike of 500, meaning we have to add 500 to the salaries. So if logic is that if j is lesser than 4000, okay, this is what the condition. So this is what the condition. So now I will say if this is lesser than, meaning what we will do, we will go to the dictionary of, meaning I is a key. Okay, so I will use d of I because I have to update the value. And what is the value? Next value is, let's say, j plus 500. J plus 500. Otherwise, I don't want to do anything. Okay, so once you update the value, you can see the output here. Now you will see the 2500 and 3500 here. But let's say for 5000, 5000 and 4000, nothing got changed. Okay, so this kind of logic you have to build very simply. This question, whatever the questions I shown you, it was different here. This was for the let's say another kind of dictionary, but yes, I uh, compared this with our existing dictionary. Okay, so now we will try to solve a few more advanced questions. Okay, there are lots of questions. You can try to attend these questions. Even you can find out the questions on Google and then just try. Okay, let's say I have a data with, I mean, dictionary with student data like this. Okay, so I will copy this dictionary to my code. From this to this, I have to say copy. Okay, and now I have a ready-made dictionary. I don't want to create new. Okay, that's why I picked this one. Now few questions we will attempt on this questions, sorry, this dictionary, so that you will be able to see that how it works. So print dictionary keys, you can use keys method. Print dictionary values, you can use values method. Okay, access the age of allies. So obviously, how to access the age of allies? So here we don't have the dictionary, plain dictionary. Okay, so student data is the main dictionary. Inside of that, students are again a dictionary key and value pair. And against the each name of, see, first key is student name. Okay, but again their properties in the terms of again dictionary. So their value, student name values are again dictionary. So how to access that? How to access that? So obviously, if you go to the values where the keys lies, okay, so what you will get, let's see. Okay, so if I say for I, instead of that, okay, I will use simple one. So if I say, if I use the indexer syntax to access the values like this, okay, so you will be able to see what kind of output it returns. So it return d is not defined. Okay, my bad. Here we don't have d. Okay, I will say d for my convention. Okay, so now if I run this, so you will be able to get the another dictionary. Okay, and if this is the dictionary, okay, this is going to return as a dictionary, so you can use the again on top of that you can use the indexer syntax for age. Okay, so what it will do, it will go to the first key called slice, and out of that again it will go to the next key, meaning the values of slice is a dictionary, and in that dictionary we have to find the age. So this is what the way you have to use. Whenever you have nested dictionary, this is what the syntax you are supposed to use to access the values of specific items in case of dictionary. Then let's say access the GPA of Charlie and print. Obviously, the way we have done here, you can use the same syntax and to access. If you want to add new student, you are very much familiar with this, how to add, so you can try to add them these questions. So by using update method, you will be able to add. Now we will do some another question like loop through the dictionary and print each student name and age. Okay, so you have to do this. You have to loop through the dictionary and their names are the keys. Okay, but age is again the values. Okay, so how to do this? So this is what the syntax you have to use, but by using loop. So let's go ahead and loop through the dictionary. If I say for I and j, okay, in d dot items, okay, this, okay, not items, d dot items, this is what the syntax I used. I will give me the keys, meaning the names. So if I say print I, okay, but j will give me the dictionary. So here I will say j of age, right? So this is what the syntax I can use, and here I will concatenate one more text so that it should look better, and this is what I don't want now. And if I run this, so this will give you the name and their age, name of students and their age. So I'm just looping, and then j is going to hold the values which are again in the dictionary. So I used indexer syntax for that to bring up the values of ages. So this is what you can do. Now the question is calculate the average GPA of all the students. Obviously you have to find the average. So what you will do, you will, to find the average, what you need is you need the sum of all the GPA plus number of values. So the meaning here we have 5 values, so you are going to divide by that average, meaning sum of all this GPA. So let's take the look. Okay, so first we need to count how many values are there. We don't know. Let's say consider here we can count, but let's say in some cases you will not be able to count. So you will take count initially. Count will be always 0 because we are going to add up. So for each of the loop, okay, so whatever the number of items are there in the dictionary, so many times loop is going to run, and I will say count plus is equal to 1. So this will give me the number of items in the dictionary. Okay, this is what my first task. Now once you have a dictionary, so you have to say total of GPA. Again you need to get that details. So total of GPA, let's say total of GPA. Okay, total underscore I will say GPA. Okay, and here again we have to take the sum. So what we will do, we will use the total GPA plus the same way we use to get the count. We will use the same way here, but here in this case we are not going to use the one and all. Here we will use the value of GPA. So how to access the GPA? So here is the way, right? We have seen how to access the values of this dictionary. Okay, so this will give us total GPA. Now if you perform total GPA divided by count, so you will get average GPA. Okay, it's 3.62. 3.62. Right. So these are the kinds of questions are there you can try to solve. You can see more questions are there on my screen, so you can try to attempt those many questions, and you can comment the question number and its answer. Okay, or if you need any kind of solution, any question solution, so you can comment on my this video. I will tell you how to find out the answer for specific questions. Okay, if you get stuck, do not hesitate to ask me. Okay, I hope you like the content of this video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day, and please do not forget to share this video with your friends so that they can also learn the new things about the pythons in easiest possible way. Have a nice day.